Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Cleveland BCG podcast. You notice I didn't say afternoon or evening because my guess is anybody that's listening to this is listening to this in the morning or just afternoon, 12 noon on Sunday before you watch the game at 1 o'clock. I normally do not come on Sunday mornings and do a podcast. I usually do my, after the game takes on Sunday, Monday or Tuesday. They're up by Tuesday for sure, sometimes up by Sunday and Monday. Um, I felt the need to come on this morning because there's uh, a lot of drama, it seems, going around the Browns. And is anybody shocked by that? I don't think so. I don't think it can be. This is the Cleveland Browns we're talking about, people. I've been watching them since I was a little girl, and it seems like it's always been drama, except in the 80s. Yes, I'm dating myself, but in the 80s, it didn't seem like that much drama. Um, we had a good team. The drama came around the AFC Championship, so there was drama, but it wasn't drama like within the locker room, that kind of thing. At least when I was younger, I did not notice that. Maybe because I'm older now, I do notice it, and I'm more in tune with that sort of thing and listening um, to more news reports and being um, having the internet and the social media and YouTube and all that kind of stuff, being able to watch so many different takes on the Browns and different teams that you hear different things and get different opinions. So it may just be that too, that you didn't hear it when I was younger. Um, I'm sure there was some sort of drama going on. I don't know as much. Anyway, Deshaun Watson is out. Okay, we know that. The guy is hurt. Okay, you can't. For those people that think Deshaun Watson is just sitting because he can just collect the money because it's guaranteed, is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The man is a football player. Okay, I don't know Deshaun. I know the issues that he had. Um, you know, uh, when we first took him on a year ago, that he was dealing with off the field. Um, you know, but here's the thing: he's a football player. These guys don't put their bodies on the line every single week just because they do. Do you know what I mean? Like, we may go to a job just to get the money, right? If you're just going to and I can say this because I used to work retail. If you're just going to a retail job, you just might be going to collect your paycheck. You know what I mean? You're ringing people out just to collect your paycheck. Okay, that may be. Okay, that may not be your passion to be ringing people out at the retail store. Maybe it is. Don't get me wrong. I worked in retail many, many years. But guys that play football, any professional athlete, not just football. I do not believe that any professional athlete just goes out to earn a paycheck. I don't believe that. They're too competitive. They care too much about what they're doing. I don't believe it. Okay? So let me just say that. Do I believe Deshaun Watson is hurt? Absolutely. And I would say it a little different way, but I'm going to be nice. Okay, so I would say absolutely. The guy needs to rest. I have no problem with that. I have no problem whatsoever. The drama came in when Stefanski, and sorry, I'm getting a little heated, so I get a little loud. The drama is when Stefanski said he was cleared to go and elected not to play. And then you had AB come in, and he said, we collectively decided. So he's trying to cover for Kevin, for what Kevin said. Now, Kevin normally keeps things close to his chest, and I may have addressed this before in my last podcast, but I'm going to say it again. He normally keeps things close to his chest. Why did he say what he said? That he was medically cleared but decided not to go, didn't think he had all of his faculties. I don't know. Maybe he was just being truthful. Maybe he was pissed off at Deshaun and he said it. The guy is human, okay? So maybe Stefanski actually showed a little bit of emotion in doing that. I don't know. It's all a guess. We don't know why. And maybe he was just being truthful. This is what happened. he was medically cleared. There's nothing torn. There's nothing, out of place. There's nothing like that, right? You see an X-ray, it looks fine, but that doesn't mean that it's not bruised, right? I've hurt my shoulder before. I was brought to tears when I hurt my shoulder before. Okay, so it hurts, and I didn't do what he did. I didn't have people falling on me and everything else. Okay, so I don't know why. Excuse me, I got to take a sip of water. I don't know why Stefanski said what he said. Excuse me. Okay, I know that AB, or at least it seems like AB, came in and tried to clean it up. Um, I don't know how the relationship is between Deshaun and Stefanski now that that happened. Is Deshaun mad? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Did Stefanski go and apologize? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe he just went to him and said, "Dude, I'm sorry. I was just telling the truth. I didn't think it was going to blow up, and be this big deal." Or maybe he went to him and said, "Dude, look, I was a little hot at the time, and it came out." I don't know. Maybe he went to him and said, "Dude, I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, I was just saying what happened, and everybody took it." And who knows what Deshaun said? Deshaun may have said, "Yeah, dude, it really ticked me off that you said that, but I get it." Or maybe he said, "Don't worry about it. It's fine. The media is going to say what the media is going to say. You know, um, it is what it is at this point." Okay, so we need to put that away. Okay, Deshaun is hurt. Stefanski said what he said. AB said what he said. Now, the other thing is that we'll throw another little wrench in here is AB said, "Oh, he's going to play for San Francisco." Guess what? No, he's not. So this week, they have gone to everyone is day to day. Everyone is day to day. Even you and I were day to day, according to the Cleveland Browns, right? Like, um, so everyone is day to day because they don't want to talk out of turn again. They know Kevin talked out of turn, and then they know AB talked out of turn, um, and so they're trying to avoid uh, another drama piece, if you will. Um, so that is that. Okay. So we now have PJ Walker. Now, at first, at the beginning of the week, when I heard they were going to put in PJ Walker instead of DTR, I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Because did DTR do good last week? Absolutely not. The poor guy was put into a situation that was unbelievable. I mean, I don't know how many rookies could survive that. Um, I just don't know. Purdy obviously could, right? Who we're playing today. But for whatever reason, it just, not for whatever reason, for many reasons, it was too much for him, right? The game is too fast. Um, it was not a playbook or a play sheet that was, or Denny's menu that was made for him. He did not. He took some of the reps, but he didn't take all of the reps. Uh, it just wasn't. I'll be honest with you. I blame that game more on Stefanski than anybody else. Sorry, and I have been one that has defended this Stefanski when people were calling for his job and everything earlier on. But my problem with Stefanski is from where I sit, okay, and this is just my opinion, from where I sit, it looks like he is not good at changing up things. Okay. He's not good at adapting on the fly, right? There's a lot of coaches that are. He is not. It seems to me he is not. From what I look at, he is not. Okay. Stefanski, there are certain games where he is done phenomenal. Okay, and I think that's because his play calls were spot on. The defense did what he thought it was going to do. The quarterback was playing phenomenal. Our other playmakers were making plays. We probably had Chubb in the game running his butt off. like, everything was going great. So Stefanski looks great. Okay. He looks like, wow, what a great play caller. But when everything is, and I saw this yesterday actually, it flashed on my thing, and I don't remember who it was, so I apologize for not crediting the correct um, person or channel that did this. But and I don't think I watched it, and I should go back and watch it. But it said that Stefanski is the Baker Mayfield of coaches. And in a way, that sounds sort of correct in that, and I love Baker, don't get me wrong. You know, um, what happened with Baker happened with Baker. We're not going to rehash that. I still root for Baker to win because I'd like to see him win. You know, I like Baker. Do I think he's good for the Browns? No, I don't think so. I don't think that was ever going to work. So, you move on. Just like you and I have regular jobs, something doesn't work and we move on. It is what it is. Um, or that could be anything. You're playing on a bowling team and, that's not working. So you switch bowling teams. It is what it is. There's different personalities and different things that happen or different things that you want to accomplish that you can't accomplish where you're at. So you have to move on. Okay, so that is what it is. However, the comparison that makes sense to me is that everything has to be perfect. Like, there are many things that have to go Baker's way for Baker to win. When things don't go right for Baker, it's very tough um, for him to win in the NFL. And that is not a knock on him. It's just what I've seen. It's just what seems to be. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. But it seems to be that way. From an outsider's look, from where I sit in my chair, on my couch, it kind of looks like that to me. Okay? And that's kind of what it looks like with Stefanski. When things don't go Stefanski's way, when the um, when the defense puts a wrinkle in something, or you lose Chubb, which is huge. I don't know how many coaches could actually overcome that in one game. But I'll give you an example. Like, we had Ford. Ford was running in the one game. Was it Baltimore? It was Baltimore. I'm sorry, the bye week throws me off as far as time frame, and I couldn't remember. um, but Ford had a couple of good runs, but they got called back, and then he just gave up running the ball. Well, you can't give up running the ball. You've built your offensive line to run for a running game. Okay, for Chubb. Now, you don't have Chubb anymore. Okay, I get that. But you still have an offensive line that was built for the running game. So run. Put in Kareem Hunt. Put in Ford. Put in Strong. Strong looked good too. I know it was the end of the game, and I know that maybe starters weren't in, but the kid's got talent. Put him in. He can't do any worse. And that's the stuff that I don't feel like Stefanski does. You know what I mean? Like, and Joku. And Joku does a lot of blocking and things like that. Why doesn't he get the ball more? I don't know. Why don't we throw more slants? I don't know, because it seems like it works on everybody else. And I don't know if Stefanski looks at it and goes, well, everybody's expecting a slant. I'm not going to throw a slant. Okay, well, throw the damn slant, right? Do what works. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be fancy. Do what works. Win the ball game. That's all I'm saying. Win the frickin' ball game. So that's why in my last podcast, I was calling for Stefanski not to call the plays. Give it to AVP and see what happens for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That's all it takes. 2 weeks. Take the playbook out of his hands to call the plays. Okay? Sorry, getting heated again. This has been building up all week, which is part of the reason I wasn't going to do a podcast. Because I knew it was going to be, um, emotional, if you will, on my part. Um, uh, I'm very passionate Browns fan. Very passionate Browns fan. So that's where I sit. And you know what? You got to get rid of Wills. I am sorry. I know that the guy's got talent. I know that his technique is getting better because Joe Thomas says so, and I believe that. Okay. However, Joe Wills, not Joe Wills, Wills does. I combined Joe and Wills. Sorry, Joe. Um, I do not believe that Jed Wills has the passion to be out there. At least it doesn't come across as that. Let me put it that way. Again, my opinion. It does not look like he has the passion to be out there. He is in slow motion when he's out there. He doesn't get his guys. If you want to see a really good breakdown, watch Carrier. Excuse me. Watch Quincy Carrier on YouTube. He breaks down film that is great. And he's just not, he shows you what Wills is missing and where he should have been. And it was great to watch. Okay. But even before I watched that with Quincy, I was not seeing where Wills was, excited to be out there. Again, he looks like he's moving in slow motion. Why do we settle for mediocre? Why? Why? Bring in somebody else. Denver, I think, is ready to get rid of all of their people because Sean Payton is not having success, and so Sean Payton is sick of everybody, and he wants to get rid of everybody. That's my take on that. I don't know if that's actually true. But from what I've heard from other media sources, they're ready to sell, so to speak, or even give people away, so to speak. That's what I heard the other day. They're having a fire sale, but they might just give them away too. That was what I heard from another media source. So, you know what? Go get their left tackle. I believe it's Bowles, Boles. Go get him. If he's going to be better than Wills, go get him. We don't have a ton of money to play with. So it's not like we can go out and get the best guy out there. But if he's going to be better than Wills, go get him. Don't put up with mediocre. Don't get another quarterback hurt. We can't do it. We can't afford it. Right? And I will say this, and please take this the right way. There is a lot of intelligent men that have walked into Berea, and women for that matter. Sorry, I'm a woman and I didn't even say that. There's a lot of intelligent men and women that have walked into Berea, and it seems like they become stupid when they walk in the door. And I don't know why. I don't know why. It's weird. It's weird. Um, Things start out well and then they go into the dumps. I don't know. We have been dealing with this since, it seems like since forever, since the 80s, it feels like. Definitely since 1999. So it's frustrating, and yet we come back. I am decked out right now in Browns head to toe, right? Well, not toe. I have Nike socks on, but I'm wearing my Browns T-shirt and I'm wearing my Browns sweatpants. I got my Browns hat sitting next to me. I am ready. I gotta take another sip of water. I'm ready for the game today. I'm excited about the game today. And we are so not favored. I think it's like 10 points now is the difference. I just want to see a valiant effort. I just want to see a fair effort. We have a defense that is phenomenal. So I have no worries on that side of the ball. I know they're going to bring their A game, and I know that they're disappointed in what happened in Baltimore, and I know that they missed um, tackles and things did not go right, and they missed opportunities. I know they know that. I know Jim Schwartz knows that, and I have faith in Jim Schwartz and the defense that they will correct that. Okay? My confidence wavers on Stefanski. Will he have the right play calls? Will he call good plays and not cute plays? Now, let me say this. I love a cute play. I love I love trick plays. Okay? But when they're really going to work, when you really have confidence, or when you really got nothing else to lose. But you really just got to stick to the basics. PJ Walker, let's talk about PJ Walker for a minute here. Um, PJ Walker, in 2020, for the Panthers, he had 57.1 completion. He had 368 yards. He had 1 TD and 5 interceptions. His rating was a 45.8. Okay, that was his first year. Not good. Not terrible. Well, the interceptions is terrible. In 2021 for the Panthers, he was 54.5 completion, 362 yards, 1 TD, 3 interceptions. 3 interceptions, again, not good. Gave him a rating of 56.5. 2022 against the Panthers. This is when he beat out um, where he beat out our former quarterback. Because, wow, I'm having a senior moment, and I'm not even a senior. Um, Baker Mayfield. He beat out Baker Mayfield for the Panthers in 2022, and that's when Baker asked to be traded and went to the Rams, and went all over the place. I think he played for 3 teams that year. Anyway, in for the Panthers, PJ Walker was 59.4% completion. Um, he had 731 yards. He had 3 TDs and 3 INTs. He had a 78% rating. Okay, so he did much better in 2022, which is just last year. So when I first went into this week, and I started to say this, and then I went off on a tangent. There's a big surprise, right? For those of you who listen to me. Um, when I first went into this week, I thought, you know what? Stay with DTR. Show that you have confidence in him. Let him practice this week. Um, uh, get him comfortable with with Coop and Elijah Moore and all those guys, um, and give him another shot. Okay, but then I heard that we're putting PJ Walker in, and I'm like, why are we doing this? This is not good. You're just going to kill DTR's confidence, yada yada yada. So all these things are running through my head. I didn't agree with it. Then I heard that PJ Walker actually had a 4-3 record when he played for Carolina last year. And I was like, okay, well, wait a second. I mean, I don't know what games those were. I haven't looked that up. But the guy has won 4 games. He started 7 games. He also played in, I believe it was the USFL, and from all accounts, did pretty well in that. Again, I haven't looked at the stats, but from little things that I've heard, he did do well on that. So I understand why they're turning to PJ. Um, And I hope that they are talking to DTR and saying, look, dude, it's not because you're not good enough. It's because we are going up against the San Francisco 49ers. Okay? It's an undefeated team. We threw you in against Baltimore last week. It wasn't ideal. We didn't have a good play calling for you. Um, it was just, the perfect storm last week, and we don't want to do that to you again. You're still our quarterback of the future, you know, but we gotta. You need more time, okay? This guy over here, PJ Walker, he started. He's a starter. He knows what it's like to go to bed on Saturday night and know I'm starting the next day, right? He knows how to prepare during the week for that starting. Not that DTR doesn't. He did that at UCLA, but this is the NFL. And as we all know, much different. Okay? And if you were wavering on that, go watch the Baltimore game and see how much different it was for DTR. Okay, even from preseason to regular season, see the difference in how he played. And again, I really believe that had a lot to do with the play calling. I do. I really do. I think it also had a lot to do with the fact that he was playing against all number ones, or pretty much all number ones, ones and twos for sure. Um, and he's playing against a division rival, right? So none of that constitutes perfect situation for a rookie quarterback. I don't care who you are. I don't even care if you're Purdy. I don't know that is good for him either. So so that's what we're looking at. PJ Walker, who's actually first name is Philip. Um, he played college football at Temple. He was originally signed as an undrafted free agent by the Indianapolis Colts in 2017. He's 28 years old now. Um, he's from New Jersey. So we're gonna see what he's got. We're gonna see what he's got. Um, I have to say, I watched uh, his press conference. I liked his press conference. He didn't come out like he was, being cocky or anything like that. He said he wanted to play for his team. He wanted to play for the guys around him. He wanted to do well for them. I like that mentality. So I appreciate that. Um, all of the other guys, that I watched their press conferences for, said, and I especially liked this from Schwarz, who said, about the Raiders game, about the uh, Baltimore Ravens game, that we did not have the rookies back, right? That we didn't play a good enough defensive game for our rookie, and I really liked that. Not that happened, or not that he had to say that, but I like that he said that, because he was saying, "Look, we need to do better, and we know that was a rookie, and we didn't have his back that week, right?" So I think it's going to be a different mentality this week, and I think they're going to have PJ Walker's back. Now, again, I'm not faulting the defense, and I'm not faulting Schwartz for the Ravens game. Everybody thought Deshaun was playing. I think that was a big blow to the team. I think it was a bigger blow than we all know, because Deshaun kept saying, "I'm going to play, I'm going to play, I'm going to play." And from what we know from Deshaun, he has played through some really, really tough games. He drove in a car 12 hours to play a game because he couldn't fly, because I believe it was a punctured lung or something like that he had. There was a reason he couldn't fly, and so he drove and he played through it. Like, I think he played through an ACL. I don't remember all of the things that he played through. The guy is tough. Okay, I don't doubt that for 1 second. I do not believe that Deshaun is just going, I got guaranteed money, I'm going to sit back. I don't believe that. Bullshit. Sorry. Call him bullshit. Okay? The guy's hurt. Let's not be mad at him. Let's focus on what we have. We have a defense that is stout. We have a defense full of studs, and that starts with our coach. And I believe in them. So they're going to do everything they can to make Purdy have his first loss today. Okay? We have a veteran quarterback. His stats do not set the world on fire, but last year was not bad, and he's got a winning record last year. Okay? 4-3. The INTs have gone down. TDs have gone up. His overall rating has gone up. So that's what we're looking at. As far as the line goes, I'm a little worried about the line. I know that, all the guys say it's next man up mentality, but, how do you replace a Batonio? And how do you help Wills? You know, it seems like Teller and Batonio have been carrying the load of that line, and now you are out Batonio. From everything I've heard, he's not playing today, unless something has changed. But being that he was on crutches and things, um, I don't know that he is going to be playing today. Um, I think if Stefanski stops running the cute stuff with Elijah Moore around the back, or at least give it a break and get him out doing other things first, and then let him start to do some of that other stuff, it loosens it up. Again, you pass, you loosen up the run game. You run, it loosens up the pass game. So get Hunt out there, get Strong out there, get Gerard or Jerome out there, Ford. Run by committee. That is fine. You don't have Nick Chubb. Run by committee. By now, Hunt should be in better game shape. Not that he wasn't in good shape before, but taking the hits and that kind of stuff is what I mean. Um, and I really think Hunt will want to come alive in this game, so to speak, for the fans and for his career and for the team. So utilize who you have. Don't try and be tricky. Play football. Play sound football. Okay? That's all I'm asking for today. Do I think we can beat the 49ers? I do believe that because of our defense. And because I think if we don't get cute on offense, we may be okay. We may be able to score enough points if the defense is holding them from scoring that we could win. Are the odds against us? Sure. Absolutely. You're out your first string quarterback. You're out Chubb. You're not just your first string quarterback. Your Pro Bowl quarterback. Your Pro Bowl first string running back. Your Pro Bowl offensive lineman, Batonio. Okay, these are three main things on the offense that you're out. But I assure you, these guys don't want to lose again. I assure you, these guys would like to um, surprise everyone in the NFL world and win against the 49ers today. I assure you of that. So, Brownies fans, let's not be all doom and gloom. Let's not listen to all the negative stuff that we hear, and it's not all negative stuff. But don't listen to the negative stuff, right? Think about the positive stuff. Think about Schwartz. Think about Myles Garrett. Think about Z. Think about JOK. Think about Denzel Ward. Think about Emerson. Think about those guys, right? Think about Walker, right? Those guys want to win. And I assure you, PJ Walker wants to win. PJ Walker would like nothing better than to say, I went out for my guys and I played my ass off and we won with the help of Amari Cooper and Elijah Moore and Kareem Hunt and all of our running backs and the defense who just played stout. I assure you that's what everybody wants to say. I assure you that's what AB wants to say, and I assure you that's what Kevin Stefanski wants to say. All right, so focus on those things. I'm sorry, my nose is all nasally this morning. Focus on those things, all right? And let's go Browns. Let's go Browns. I will give you my take after the game. It may or may not be tonight, but it'll definitely be up by tomorrow. Tuesday. It'll definitely be up by tomorrow. Tomorrow night at the latest. But let's go Browns. Come on, man. We can do it. We can do it. Thanks for listening, tuning in to the Cleveland BCG podcast. Go Browns. Beat the 49ers. Let's go.